Hey there, Giants. It's a great day for math. I am so glad you are in class today. Let's get our journal pages ready. Titling our page, The Distributive Property of Multiplication, and putting the date. And for our lesson today, I think you probably only have about 3 problems that involve the distributive property. But it's a property of math, like the identity property and the commutative property. The distributive property you need to be familiar with. Mostly what it looks like. We really don't use it a whole lot, but I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and you can get your page set up. Alrighty, now that that is taken care of, let's go ahead and we have folded our page. Let's write the definition on the right side, okay? And the definitions don't always seem to make sense when we first read them or write them, but I think with the examples, the definition will start to make sense. So the definition, I'm going to read it first before we write it. The definition of the property of the distributive property of multiplication says, multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the products. So let's write that. Multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number it'll be that same number, and then adding the product. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pause the video and make sure everyone is caught up. Alrighty, now we're going to start out with a simple problem. And you're going to say, Miss Cruzy, this is so easy. But hang in there with me, alright? So the definition says multiplying a sum. Now sum means we have to add 2 numbers together, 2 or more. We're going to be adding 2 numbers. Multiplying a sum by a number. Okay? So the number I've chosen is 12. And the sum, we multiply that number, multiply a sum by a number. So we're taking this number and we're multiplying it by a sum. So our sum is going to be 2 plus 3. Alright? So what we are multiplying a sum, this sum, by a number, 12. And that is the same as multiplying each addend, these are the addends, each addend by the number, by 12, and then adding the product. So what do? We are going to take each addend and we're going to multiply 12 by 2. Notice the parentheses. And then we're going to add that to 12 times 3. So that's what that looks like. It says, multiplying a sum by a number, that's the first line, is the same as multiplying each addend. So we multiply 2 by 12, and we multiply 3 by 12, and then adding the products. So we need to add the products. So to get a product, we need to multiply. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. Let's add those 2 together. Add my ones place. 6 plus 4 is 10. carry the 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. All right, so my answer is 60. Alrighty, so let's put down another, a little more complicated problem, which you might see in 5th grade on a test. So if we have 12, that's our number right here, by a number, 12. And this is just for our example, it could be any number. And what if we're multiplying that times 23? What do we do? Well, we take 12 and we're going to separate our tens place and our ones place. Oh, let me erase that. I don't want my parentheses just yet. There we go. I'm going to separate my tens place and my ones place. All right, so 20 plus 3 is 23. So if you're given this multiplication expression, we can pull the tens place and the ones place out. Okay, this is our sum. Multiply a sum by a number. So let's go ahead and we are going to distribute. Distribute is to give out, and to, we're going to give this 12 times the 20. And then we need to add that. We need to add the products, remember? We need to add that to 12 times the 3. Okay? So let's add 12 times 20. Well, let's keep it a basic math fact. What is 12 times 2? 24. Let's add my 0. Remember, when you multiply by power of 10, you can just add that 0. And 12 times 3 is 36. All right. So here we go. We need to add the products. Add the ones place. 6 plus 0 is 6. Add the tens place. 3 plus 4 is 7. And there's nothing here in the hundreds place. Here we just have a 2. So we have 276. Draw a squiggle line. Here's our last example. Well, not quite. But double spaces, because now we get to something that is you're going to see. You're going to see a whole number times a mixed number. So go ahead and write 12 times 2 and 1, 6. All right? So, do you remember how we split the 23? We put the tens here plus the ones place. We're going to split this mixed number. And we are going to write 12 times, parentheses. 2 and 1, 6 is the same as 2 plus 1, 6. All right, here we go. And then what happened next? We distributed this 12. We said 12 times 20, and we wrote that here. So here we're going to write 12 times 2. That is correct. 12 times 2 plus, and then up here we wrote 12 times 3 because we took the 12 and it got distributed to this 3. So here we're going to take our 12, and we're going to say 12 times 1, 6. Okay? Let me move that up for you, kiddos. There you go. All right, now what next? We need to multiply. All right, so 12 times 2, basic math fact, 24. Plus, what do I do when I'm multiplying a whole number times a fraction? I turn the whole number into a fraction. Yeah? Can I cross cancel? Absolutely. How many 6's are in 6? 1. How many 6's are in 12? 2. Now we're ready to multiply this parentheses. So let's rewrite 24 plus What is 2 times 1? That's 2. 1 times 1? That's 1. And what is 2 ones? Let's simplify that and make it a whole number. So, rewrite 24 plus 2, and that equals 26. Now, honestly, you're going to have 3 problems today where you have to use this distributive property. In real life, what do we normally do? Let's come over here and let's put our shortcut. Let's make a happy face because we love our shortcut. Let's rewrite 12 times 2 and 1/6. All right? Are you ready? Let's go ahead and make this whole number into a fraction. And let's turn this mixed number back into an improper fraction. Are you ready? What is 6 times 2? Yes, 12. 12 plus 1. Yes, 13. 13, 6. Can we simplify? Yes. How many 6's are in 6? 1. Right on. How many 6's are in 12? Yes, 2. Now let's multiply straight across. 2 times 13 is 26. 1 times 1 is 1. Here's my fractional whole, right? This is 26. Alright, I'm going to get the same answer, but look how much faster this is. I'm going to put a little bubble around this because I just love my shortcut. So, kiddos, your 3 problems today, you need to know what the distributive property looks like. Give it a try. Give it a try. We'll talk about it on Friday. And then, but this is usually how our work is going to be taking place, right? All right, let's have a great day in math. I'm so glad you're here.